program to just learn a little bit more about the Art This Way program and some of the murals that we've seen.
Excellent, I look forward to showing you around. My name is Alex Hall, and I manage the Art This Way program for the Ft.Wayne Downtown Improvement District. So I work with cities, governments, and organizations to bring large-scale public art to cities.
Can you kind of explain real quick what Art This Way is?
Yeah, it's a public art program that I built as a public art consultant. It is something that didn't exist until 2016. And the whole idea was, how do we make it easy for property owners to get art on their buildings in downtown? So this is the 5,000 square foot key detail, make it your own Mural Fest mural. One of the 11 projects that we did in September. This is actually 3 women who are representative, kind of like sea nymphs or water nymphs that are representative of the 3 different branches of the rivers that come into Ft.Wayne, the Maumee, the St. Joe, and the St. Mary. So female here at the top, second female, third female. So it's kind of unique because they didn't literally give us 3 rivers, they gave us an interpretation, an artist's interpretation of the work, which is what we pay them to do. So it's really nice to see our 3 rivers done in an artistic way.
So you mentioned making public art happen. Are there reasons why that is important beyond just, art is pretty?
Of course. So I tell people there's a lot of reasons why. So art is pretty, and it is something that we enjoy seeing when we walk around. But what we might not know is that maybe art, being in a community or being in your city, is why a business decides to move to that town. And maybe that's why your family sees it as a really welcoming and happy place to live, because there's art all over, and it suggests that there's culture and a richer story inside that community. So beyond just having a pretty mural on the wall, we're actually doing what we call economic development. We're trying to bring businesses and bring families into our communities by making public art accessible and visible when someone comes to visit.
People can come down and see any of this in Ft.Wayne anytime, right?
Yes. So Art This Way is bringing new projects to downtown every year. So last year we brought 9 new projects to our city, 8 new murals and 1 sculpture. And essentially that means that every time you visit, there's new things to see. More and more, we're seeing this type of thing happen, and communities are embracing it. And so even if you are only able to be up north, you're going to discover a lot of artwork out and about. And it's important to realize that it is more than a pretty picture, and it's changing our region and making us a better place to live.
There's a big piece behind us. Could you tell us a little bit about this?
Sure. In June of 2020, we had George Floyd protests happening here in Ft.Wayne, Indiana, and some buildings suffered some damage, and so plywood went up on those broken windows. And rather than have a downtown covered in plywood, within a few days of all the plywood going up, we were able to work with the Downtown Improvement District staff and local artists and basically bring out around 50 artists to paint projects on all of the plywood that went up all over town. So this is one of the pieces by Theophilus Smith III, also known as Fresh Laundry. This was in a coffee shop window, but it's obviously a conversational piece and something that's asking you to spark dialogue about social justice and what it looks like today in America to have these really difficult conversations. And what he wanted everyone to know is that it really ought to just be a civil conversation over coffee where you ask questions and you keep an open mind and be aware that your perspective is not everyone's perspective.
And the critical functions of art.
Yes, so it's pretty, it's an economic driver, and then it also can force us to reevaluate perceptions, create conversation, and change how we think or feel. And sometimes just having that conversation is the whole point of a piece of public art.
Well, thank you, Alex, for showing us around and for just explaining some of the amazing art initiatives that we're seeing in the area.
No, thank you so much. I love the arts. I'm so excited that we're making this kind of progress in our area and in our city. And I hope that you guys get to come back in a couple of years and see all the new things that we've done. Maybe on a warmer day.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yes.